Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. To the left of me, I have the 2018 BMW M2. To the right of me, I have the 2020 BMW M340i. We're about to put these two M-powered machines head to head. Let's go do it. Alright guys, so first things first, I want to compare the exterior of these two bad boys, and we're going to start out with the gorgeous M2. So looking at the rear, my favorite part is the quad exhaust. It just adds to that sportiness and that sporty look of the car. The rear bumper is also a little bit flared out as well, which is really nice. And to that point, the rear fourth quarter of this car flares out as well to add kind of that wide body sporty look as well. You get some gorgeous 5-spoke BMW M wheels with some gorgeous M calipers right there as well. And then coming down towards the side of the car, you get this plastic badge right here, which, yes, I get it, you have to add that for the sporty look, but the fact that it's plastic, I don't really like that. And then coming towards the front of the car, you get this aggressive front bumper that has all these different lines that are shaping the airflow. You get a really nice front splitter right here with a vent, which of course my license plate is covering that, unfortunately. And then you also get this awesome chrome two kind of nostrils right there. Overall, the BMW M2 just looks like a pocket rocket. It's got that aggressive wide hips to it, and it's just a little bit short and stubby. Overall, it's just a really nice looking sports car. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the exterior of the M340i. So I think the rear is the best looking part of this car. First off, I want to point out this rear spoiler that you get. It's actually larger than the one on the M2. Again, you have the gorgeous M340i badging right there. And then the other thing I love is the two exhaust pipes on each end and these kind of curved, sharp, aggressive lines right here. It's like a U shape, and it really adds to that aggressiveness for the rear bumper. Then if you come down the side of the car, what I'll say with the M340i, it's a much more sleek looking design, sort of more a sleeper. Like if you know that this is an M-powered machine, you know, but if you don't, you wouldn't really be aware of it. These wheels are much more luxury design focused, which is a gorgeous thing as well. And then coming down towards the front of the car, what I really like is that you get these blacked out front nostrils right here with this hexagonal design on the front. Again, that's adding to the aggressive look of the car. And then similar to the M2, you get this front splitter with some lines cutting through it. It's not as accentuated as it is on the M2, but it still looks really good and adds to that luxurious sporty look. Overall, they're both gorgeous looking cars, but I think in my opinion, the BMW M2 wins the exterior look, so we're gonna give 1 point to the BMW M2. Now looking at the engine inside the BMW M2, we have BMW's N55 motor, a 3-liter turbocharged straight 6 rated at 365 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. And under the hood of the BMW M340i, we have BMW's B58 motor, which is actually rated at 382 horsepower stock and 368 pound-feet of torque, so it makes more power than the 2018 BMW M2. It's also, interestingly enough, the same motor that is found in the Toyota Supra, and the B58 just has better tuning capabilities over the N55 motor. So with that said, we're gonna have to give the engine point to the BMW M340i. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're about to compare the interior of these two beasts. Let's go do it. So I've just taken a seat in the 2018 BMW M2, And straight away, I can tell you that this is a driver-focused car. The dashboard gives this slant that is focused towards the driver. You have a nice digital display right here. You have all your control amenities right here. You have a nice gear shifter right here and your handbrake. And then with the steering wheel, it's got this gorgeous leather to it with the BMW M stitching on the inside all around. And you have these really kind of sleek and aggressive paddle shifters right there. Overall, if you're just looking straight ahead, the car gives you this sporty and simplistic feel, which I really like. You also get some nice Alcantara touches on the doors right there, and you have this carbon fiber dash trim right on the dashboard right there. So overall, it's a more sporty focused, driver focused design. All right guys, I've just taken a set in the BMW M340i, and the first thing I'll say is that this thing is much more luxury focused. You still get that driver focused feeling because the dashboard has that sort of slant towards you again, but the steering wheel is just a little bit nicer. You get this metallic touch on the paddle shifters and on the trim around the steering wheel. You also get this really nice shift knob that is a little bit more luxurious feeling to it than the one in the BMW M2. You don't have a carbon fiber trim here, but you have this nice silver trim. Again, that's adding to a more luxurious feel. And then the last thing, you get this really nice digital display, which shows your maps, your gear changes, and your speed all in one. It's a very interactive system that just looks very high tech, and that's something that you don't get in the BMW M2 because it's a lot more driver focused. So with that being said, since the BMW M340i has such more of a luxurious feel to it, the seats felt more comfy. I just felt more like a high class and high value human being sitting in this thing compared to the BMW M2. With that being said, we're gonna give another point on the interior to the BMW M340i. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to compare the noise that these two M beasts produce. I'm about to hop in the M2 right now and rev it up. So let me know your opinions in the comments down below of which one you think sounds better. Alright guys, so let me know in the comments down below which car you think sounded better. To be honest, my friends are telling me that the M340i sounded better with the pops, the loud pops it had. What's up guys? So originally my friends were able to convince me that the M340i sounded better, but after reviewing the footage, I've changed my mind. I think the M2 sounds a lot better. It just has a deeper and more grunty growl to it. So with that being said, we're going to give a point to the BMW M2. Alright guys, so we're driving to the next location where we're going to complete the video. On the way to our new location, we found a Lamborghini Huracan Evo. Look at that. Oh, hot lava orange color. That looks pretty nice. I forgot I had traction control off. Alright guys, in the last test we were about to do between these two M-powered beasts is a timed drag race, so let's go do that, starting off with the M340i. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, the M340i put down a 12.5 second time. Now to the M2. Count us down. 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, the M2 put down a 12.67 second time, just a couple tenths off the M340i, so very, very close in straight line performance. Quick disclaimer, it's important to note that the M340i is not completely stock, although the changes it does have are so minimal that it really isn't making any difference in the straight line performance, so still a fair fight. Moreover, for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out how to launch the M2, so that definitely affected the off-the-line performance slightly, but in these circumstances, with the way that it played out, the M340i took the cake. We're gonna have to give it to it. So the last point in our test is going to the M340i, and that means that the M340i finished on top in our head-to-head comparison with 3 points compared to the M2's 2 points. All right, guys, towards the end of the video, I wanted to give you guys a little treat. I got this little open space right here, and I couldn't help myself but think I could do some donuts right here. So let me go and do that real quick. I had to get the interior shot of me doing some donuts for y'all, because I know y'all want to see that, what that looks like. I'm always curious myself. All right, so second gear, just throw her in. And she's just sliding. Now we exit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you guys have it. That is the full comparison between the 2018 BMW M2 and the 2020 BMW M340i. I gotta give it to this thing. It performed way better than I expected, and it was very interesting to see how the overall architectural design and theme of these cars are very different, right? The BMW M2 is meant to be a small pocket rocket sports car that you can take on track, drift around and have fun in. And the M35i is meant to be a sedan, a more practical vehicle, and add some luxury to that, and a luxury performance vehicle. And it was interesting to see how they're different in that sense, but they're very equivalent in their performance. So yeah, with that being said, guys, please browse the channel, watch my videos, subscribe, like, comment, you guys know what to do, and I'll be back with even better car content next time.